Hey guys, it's Alyssa. Today I wanted to show you my favorite movies for Halloween time. I'm just going to go through them in no particular order. The first one is Halloween Town. Now when this came out, I want to say it came out in 1998. I don't remember really loving it when I first saw it on the Disney Channel, but then as an adult, kind of hearing people talk about it, I got interested in it, and so I found this actually at Target for around $10, and it has the Halloween Town 1 and Halloween Town 2, Calabar's Revenge. Now this is kind of your typical Disney Channel original movie. It's about a girl named Marnie, and she lives with her mom and her brother and her little sister, and I can't tell if maybe the dad has passed. I'm assuming the dad has passed away, because they don't necessarily reference him a lot in the movie, but you see photographs of him. And Marnie actually wants to go out on Halloween night, but her mother won't let her, and she won't tell her why. And so I think she's kind of becoming suspicious as to why her mother makes like such a big deal about Halloween. But she finds out on her 13th birthday, her grandmother comes into town to visit them to try to convince the mom to finally tell Marnie that she is a witch. And so I don't want to give away too much because it's, there's not a whole lot to give away, but it's a really cute little movie. And Marnie ends up following her grandmother back to Halloween Town where she lives with all of these kind of fantasy, different Halloween characters, skeletons and pumpkin heads and stuff, to try to help her fight off Calabar, who is this evil guy that wants to take over not only Halloween Town but also the world, and he doesn't like humans because they took over Halloween and all this stuff. But it's pretty cute. And I actually have never seen the second one. That's part of why I got this, so I could see the second one too. I think there's 4 of them. And I believe in the last one they switched the girl that plays Marnie with Sarah Paxton, so a lot of people don't like that one. But anyway, and then the next one, anyone who's watched my channel knows that I love the Ernest movies. I think that's like, you either love them or you hate them and think they're annoying. I happen to love them. But Ernest, Scared Stupid is one of my favorites. Ernest is like the town, basically a garbage man or maintenance man, and he drives a garbage truck around every day, and he has this Jack Russell, kind of like Webster named Rimshot, so that was another reason I loved it. But he wants to help some kids with their haunted house, and when he's there, he accidentally ends up unleashing an evil troll that's been part of kind of like legends and stories in that woods for hundreds of years, and the evil troll like wreaks havoc on the town. But I mean, it's got like all the lame Ernest jokes that are in all the movies. And actually, I will say, if you watch this with kids, the trolls are a little scary, I think, for younger kids. I mean, I loved them, but I was a weird kid, but I can see where like preschool age can see the troll. Especially there is a part where one of the little girls that Ernest is friends with is laying in the bed, and her mom is telling her, like, oh, there's no troll, there's no troll, and there's a troll, and she sees it. And that part, I think, if you're like 5 or 6, will probably cause you to have a nervous breakdown. So it's a little scary, but it's super cute, perfect movie for Halloween night. And then the next one is not exactly a Halloween movie, but I've always loved Meg Ryan. And You've Got Mail is my favorite of hers. She and Tom Hanks together are just magic. I don't know what it is, because I'm not necessarily like a huge Tom Hanks fan apart from Meg Ryan, but together I love them. But this is it's about 2 people who are talking on, and you find out pretty soon in the movie, so this isn't like a spoiler alert or anything, that these 2 people are writing on an old AOL kind of messenger deal to one another, and they're both in relationships with other people, and it's kind of about their journey into finding one another. But it's super cute, and the reason I like this for fall is the whole first half of the movie, it's fall, and they have these great quotes about New York City in the fall, and there's pumpkins everywhere and moms, and she's decorating her bookstore for Halloween and stuff. And then I believe he takes his family members to like a fall carnival, and so the scenery and stuff in New York is really pretty. But this is a super cute movie. It's one of my all-time favorites. And then I'm kind of trying to save my favorites for last. And then the next one is Casper. Anybody that's like a child of the 80s or 90s and watched this movie is probably a fan. This has Christina Ricci and Devin Sawa, and her dad is like an expert on ghosts and supernatural things, and her mother has passed away, and so they kind of lead you to believe in the movie that he is studying all of these things in an attempt to talk to her mother's spirit. But they move to a new town. I mean, she kind of has trouble fitting in, but they move into this huge old house and find out that it's haunted, and Casper's one of the ghosts there. And so once Christina Ricci's character kind of gets over being afraid of Casper, she becomes really good friends with him. And it's got some kind of iconic 90s scene. Like there's a dance, they have a Halloween party at her house and they dance together, you know, and there's like enough of the teen romance to keep kind of teens and middle schoolers interested. But I just think this movie is super cute. And then one of my all-time favorites is, I do like the first Addams Family, but I love the Addams Family Values. I've talked about this in several other videos where Morticia and Gomez have a baby. I don't think I can say his, I mean, I guess I could say his name on here, but it's kind of perverted. But anyway, the baby needs a nanny because I think they are not getting to spend enough time together. So they hire this crazy nanny played by Joan Cusack, and she ships Wednesday and Pugsley off to summer camp. And the summer camp is like full of these kind of like stereotypical rich like white girl snobs, and they are, you know, of course mean to Wednesday because she's different and she's pale and dark hair and stuff like I am. And they do a Thanksgiving play, which is kind of odd because it's in the summer, and it has like all these ridiculous songs. I mean, it's one of those movies like I laugh every time I watch it, but it's super cute and it's good for fall. A, because it has a Thanksgiving element, but also because the Addams Family, you know, is like as Halloween as you can get. But it's super cute. And the nanny goes after Uncle Fester, and he gets married, and there's all, you know, she tries to kill him a bunch of times, and it's just a funny movie. And then the next one, I think this is, my husband hates this movie. He thinks it's super boring. But this is called Mad Monster Party. It's actually by the guys that wrote Rudolph, that comes on at Christmas, the animated, the sort of like claymation one, or stop motion animation. The guys that did Frosty and Santa Claus is Coming to Town, they have a Halloween special. And Mad Monster Party is about a bunch of monsters. They call themselves the Worldwide Organization of Monsters, and they meet at, I think, Baron von Frankenstein's house. And so you see Dracula, Frankenstein, this woman, I can't remember her name, made out of a robot that they all have the hots for. And they have like this big dinner, and the Invisible Man and the Missing Link are there. And they're like trying to poison each other, and you get to see all their monster characteristics come out. And I will say that I think this, I mean, I don't really think kids would necessarily be into this just because it's, you know, it's kind of slow and a little more boring for what kids are used to now. But as an adult, I find it pretty funny. And I'm a huge fan of Rankin and Bass that did all the Rudolph and everything. So, of course, I like it. And then the next one is a classic. It's The Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. It is about Linus, who, one of my favorites, is convinced that if he sits in a pumpkin patch on Halloween night, the Great Pumpkin will come, kind of the way Santa Claus does, and bring them presents and treats. But everyone else thinks that he's full of crap. And so it's just really cute. Charlie Brown gets invited to his first Halloween party, and they're all bobbing for apples and making jack-o'-lanterns and stuff. And then, you know, of course, Snoopy does this whole Red Baron thing and goes in the pumpkin patch and stuff. I mean, and this is just, I think this is just one of those that comes on TV every year. Even though I own it, I watch it when it comes on TV every year. And to me, it's like the quintessential Halloween classic cartoon, and it's good for all ages. But I love that one. And then actually, I sort of like the Garfield Halloween special just a teeny tiny bit more. At least this year I do, than the Great Pumpkin. Garfield convinces Odie to go trick-or-treating with him so he can get an extra bag of candy, but Odie doesn't know this. And it's actually a musical. They have some kind of silly songs, but I kind of enjoy them. And they end up wanting to go to just one more house so they can get Halloween candy. In the house, they have to cross like a lake. And when they get there, the house is haunted by pirates that are coming back for pirate treasure. But some of the jokes in this, I watched this the other night and found myself laughing at stuff that I hadn't laughed, maybe didn't catch the first time because I was younger, and just really found this hilarious for some reason. So this is one of my favorites. And then I would be remiss without mentioning one of my all-time favorite movies, whether it's Halloween or not, is Hocus Pocus. Hocus Pocus is a story of Max Dennison, who has a crush on this girl. He's just moved to Salem, Massachusetts from, I can't say Massachusetts right, but you know what I'm trying to say, to Salem from California. And he meets this girl named Allison at school who tells him about like the true meaning behind Halloween and stuff. So he ends up going with her and his little sister to the museum where these three Sanderson sisters supposedly, that's a mouthful, Sanderson sisters, supposedly, another tongue twister, lived and did their magic on people. And so they go there and he accidentally lights a candle and brings them back 300 years after being dead. And so of course there's chaos and they're chasing them and they're trying to kill them and they're trying to capture children so they can suck the souls out so they can live longer. Which when you hear that, it sounds like, oh my gosh, like this movie is really satanic and intense. It's not like that. It's super cute. There's a little bit of singing. It's Bette Midler, Sarah Jessica Parker, and Kathy Najimy as the witches, and they are pure magic. This is one of my all-time favorite movies, and it's one of those, I mean, you just don't get much more Halloween fun than Hocus Pocus. But anyway, hope you enjoyed that. If I forgot anything, let me know in the comments below. I always love to hear people's Halloween favorites, and obviously I'm not into scary movies because there are no horror movies at all. Hope you're having a good day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.